Hey, what's happening, guys? I'm ika.himee, and welcome to my channel and another draw session video, because I really don't want to make a full video, and I don't really have to think about doing draw session videos as much as I do like speed paints and stuff. So I can just kind of do some real-time drawing and just like talk to you guys, and it's fun, right? I think people like them. I like them. Maybe I'm alone in that. I don't know. But that's what's happening today. I am trying to put forth a tad more effort into keeping things posted on my YouTube channel. I don't know if it's really going to work out, but you never know unless you try, I guess, right? Some wise old man probably said that. I apologize. My allergies are really bad. I went outside today. I was checking on my plants, make sure they're all good to go, and yeah, then I had to take the dog out, so I had to go outside twice, and pollen's really bad, really bad this year, and it's really like stuffy outside and inside, like temperature wise, not just my nose, but like both. So yeah, it's all around not like a super fun time at the moment, but my plants are doing really well so far. Hope I don't kill them. I don't really have a very strong green thumb, but I'm doing my best. I have, I don't know if I mentioned it before. I probably didn't, but if you follow me on like Twitter and Instagram, you probably already know, but I have some plants now. I have some cactus and succulents, and I just got some tillandsia, and I spent like all last night, at the time of me recording this, all last night arranging them in their new little terrariums and stuff, and they're very cute. I'm sorry. They're very cute, and I'm really looking forward to getting like more of them. Air plants was like one of those, they were like that weird thing where I never really knew how I felt about them, and I think it wasn't so much that it was like an air plant that was the problem. It was like it was the way that people would like display them and stuff that was like a huge turnoff for me. Like I hate tacky displays. I know a lot of people really like them, but they just really bug me, and I'm just kind of like, why would you do that when you could do something so much better? So yeah, a lot of like they're like beach shops or novelty shops or whatever that sell air plants, and they sell them, and they'll do like really dumb shit to them, like make them into things. My favorite one is the jellyfish. They get like an old sea urchin shell, and they make a jellyfish out of an air plant, which I'm not gonna knock on their creativity because it's a very creative idea, so, but it's not really for me. It's not quite my taste. I enjoy the plant for the plant more than anything, I mean, there are like certain pots and stuff that I find are like really cute and I would put plants in, but in general I like a plant because it's the plant. I don't really like the plant because, oh, it's in a cute little container or something like that. And like that's not really my thing. I like a plant because I think it's cool. Like air plants are cool because they're air plants. And succulents are cool because they're succulents. It's the same thing. Like I don't like them because of the container they're in. I like them because they're cool and weird and unusual. That's why I like them. So after realizing that there were ways to like get these plants and you didn't have to put them in these weird tacky containers, I was like, holy shit, it's a whole new world. And I just kind of bought a bunch of plants, and I am planning on getting more, and I've actually ordered some succulent seeds. They have shipped, and I have no idea when they're going to be getting to me because I don't have a tracking number, so that's fun. But I did have some stuff to get ready to germinate them. So for the most part, I have, you know, pretty much a general idea of what I'm doing for that stuff. So I really only have to get a few more things, but it's going to be really difficult to grow succulents. Succulents are a slow grower. They're a desert plant, so they don't really put out a ton of growth. They're not like flowers. And so it's going to take several months for me to even get to something that I'm able to transplant out of its germination container, because I'm going to be germinating each type together in a container and then transplanting them. Like, I know some of them you can just go ahead, they're like so slow growing that it's like totally cool to just pop them in a pot, but I really want to keep them in containers so that I can just keep them all together, because I don't really have the room for a bunch of pots right now, and I'm just trying to maximize my space while growing them. And mostly me growing succulents is like, what would it's, I guess it's like an experiment to see if I could even do it, is basically like why I decided to do that. Because if I can do it, it would be way cheaper for me to just get succulent seeds. I don't like that. It'd be way cheaper for me to just get succulent seeds and grow them. I mean, not saying that I'm not going to buy regular plants, because, you know, when the season rolls around, I'm going to want some plants. But it's a cheaper way to get more of them, but it is just like a lot more work. So I'm just trying to see if it's something that I'm even remotely capable of doing. So hopefully all of that goes well. I've been compiling tons and tons of research. I have like an entire journal basically dedicated to just plant stuff, and there's a lot of information to go through, a lot of things about their temperature requirements, water requirements, propagation, all that stuff. And I'm currently trying to propagate a bear paw leaf. I added I added a pork and bean leaf that fell off, but I think that he was just too weak to really do anything with. He's still on my propagation tray, because I'm like, I don't know, stranger things have happened, but I'm like, at this point I'm like 99.9% sure that nothing is going to happen with that one, so I can probably just toss him out. I mean, my bear paw leaf, he still looks pretty strong, so I think he'll be able to propagate in a couple weeks. He's been out propagating for about 2 weeks now, and I have, I guess, a little less than 2 weeks, maybe? I'm not sure. Around that time, and I see really no signs of new growth, and I don't actually know when to look for that on a bear paw, so I'm just kind of waiting. But he's healthy and everything. Like, he's a totally fine, healthy leaf. He's not rotting or anything like that, so I think he's just going to be just really slow to the game, is how I feel about that. So I'm just going to keep my eyes on him. I did dry propagation, or like semi-dry propagation, for about a week, but a lot of people were saying that water propagation works really well. And I know that there's like a lot of those like succulent purists out there that are like, don't water propagate, you're just gonna kill your plant and you're not gonna get anything out of it, and they just fucking go on a rant, and so far the evidence is more in favor of water propagation. So I'm kind of trying to speed the process along as much as I can. I don't have any root hormone or anything to, you know, get them going. So it is 100% up to whenever they decide they want to sprout. And so I'm trying out water propagation. Nothing's happened yet, but I'm gonna stick with that, I think. I feel, for now. I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of trial and error. I'm not used to propagating anything. I'm barely even used to growing succulents. I've had succulents and cactus in the past and stuff, but I've never really been very good at keeping them. I did keep a cactus for a few years, so that's great. He would have gone longer, but he ended up freezing. We accidentally forgot to pull him in, and a big snowstorm came through, and we had like a deep freeze for a week, like a year ago or something like that. So, oops. I felt really bad about that. I was like heartbroken because he was a really good cactus, but you know, it is what it is. But that's kind of one of the things that I've picked up to kind of give myself a different hobby that's not just like drawing all the time. Because I don't really have, I mean, I have conventions, you know, planned, but I haven't had any all year so far. And I really don't want to be drawing all the time if I'm not taking it somewhere or I'm not doing something with it. And I would like to spend my time doing some other things and exploring other hobbies. So that's kind of what I've been planning on doing. And I want to make some pots because I have some polymer clay, and I don't use it so much as it's probably like intended to be used more so. Like how do I describe it? When I make stuff out of polymer clay, I don't really, like, I have a bunch of different colors because I used to sculpt things out of color, but now when I sculpt things, it's like I don't really sculpt them in a specific color, I just sculpt them in random colors so that I can kind of like make something or like make a mold out of it or something like that. That's my only use for like polymer clay. And I would like to be able to use the colors because I do have some really nice colors and really nice clays. So I'm going to try and make some pots. I want to make some succulent pots and I want to make some air plant pots. The only thing is, like, with the succulent pots, polymer clay is waterproof, so you have to be very careful about overwatering. So I guess if anyone wants to buy a pot from me or something like that at some point, I'll just have to make sure that they have a care card or something that tells them not to, especially not to overwater, because it'll retain moisture longer than a terracotta pot, which is what most people are used to. So I don't know. It's a lot of stuff to figure out, and I'll see. But yeah, it's a lot of messing around, figuring out what kind of stuff I want to do, and kind of odd jobs and skills I can add to my resume. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say about plants, but I have really talked a long time about plants, haven't I? So right now, I guess I can kind of talk about what I'm working on. This is a commission. You guys, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you might recognize it. Not the specific drawing, obviously, but the pose of it. I was offering a specific commission type for a little while, like a year or two ago, probably 2 years ago or something. And they were chibi based commissions, so I had 2 bases for people to choose from, and then they would pick which base they wanted, and they would send me a character, and I would draw their character on that base, and it was like 10 bucks. And that's what I'm doing right now. I haven't had any conventions lately, so I don't have as much money to work with, and there are some products that I would like to get made and some things that I would like to do that I need money for. So I decided to reopen these because they are cheap and affordable, and they are easy to do. They still take a long time to do. It's kind of like just doing like a regular commission, to be honest. I just don't have to come up with a body for it. So it's like a really similar amount of work involved in doing this as like a regular commission does have in it. But because it's on a base, I can charge way less for it. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. And so far I have one more to do after I do this one. And then we'll see what I have to do. I don't know. The Kickstarter is ending soon, and I think it's pretty much capped out. I don't think that anyone else is going to be backing the project. I think it's going to be where it's at. So yeah, I mean, the project is funded, so that's great. But you know, I might not be able to do the enamel pin thing right now. We're gonna have to see how it goes in the next few days. But I'd like to do it, so I'm gonna try and make that happen, but I just don't know. Honestly, I am really just like kind of thankful that the body pillows got funded, because I honestly I really thought that it was just after like the third day no one was gonna back the project and it was just gonna be a failure, and I was gonna be kind of really upset about that because it was something like I thought people would really enjoy. But thankfully that wasn't really a problem. It got backed in about a week and a half. That particular portion of the project, the actual body pillow part, was funded in about a week. So I was really, really excited about that, and I've been doing my best to market it, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I'm not really super great at marketing. I know like the fundamentals, but I'm not very lucky, and sometimes I just feel like it doesn't really matter what I do. If I'm the one doing it, it won't work. So yeah, but I really pushed forward and did my best to market it, and I think it helped. I think it really helped, and my Twitter was like a huge help. Obviously, that's where most of my followers are. So they really helped me out as well. So I'm very grateful to all of the people that backed the project and shared the project and even considered backing the project. I'm very, very grateful for all of those people. And I honestly, at this point, I've just reached 1,700 followers on my Twitter, which I honestly thought was like an unattainable number for me. I didn't think that 1,700 people would ever be interested in my work. I didn't think even 1,000 people would really give a shit about my art. So to see that like 1,700 people have decided that they like my art enough to follow me, at least for now, it's really great, and it feels awesome knowing that there are people out there that really do genuinely enjoy my artwork. And I mean, I would say that even if I only had like 3 or 4 followers, you know, but when you have so many people, it really helps me feel like I'm doing something right, even if I'm not sure of myself 100% of the time. I do feel like I'm on the right track. So I'm gonna do my best to keep up and still move in a positive direction from here forward. Yeah, so I'm very, very thankful for everyone that's following me here on YouTube. I know that I don't really update my content regularly, and I don't really get very many views on my videos. I don't really know what videos to make, and I don't really have access to a lot of the tools to help me make super awesome videos, and I don't really have a lot of money to invest in doing some of the cooler videos that I'd like to do. So I'm just very limited right now, and especially with me trying to get my manga going and my shop back up to speed. And I say back up to speed like it ever was up to speed, but like I'm trying to get my shit together and put it in a backpack, take it to the ship museum, and get it together. That's what I'm doing. But sorry. Oh gosh, I didn't really sleep very well, if I'm going to be brutally honest. I didn't sleep very well. I kept waking up, and I don't know at what time I was waking up, but I'm honestly like so tired, and not to mention, especially with my allergies being so bad today, it's really wearing me out like a lot, and I'm just like hoping that I can stay awake long enough to finish this. Or it's not really so much staying awake. I don't think I'd be able to take a nap even if I wanted to. But and I lost my thought. And that's exactly what it is. It's not that I would fall asleep, because I can't really take naps very easily. I don't know why, my brain just doesn't do it. But my brain will get foggy when I get too tired, and I'll get I'll get headaches, and then I'll get brain fog, and I'll just sit there and stare at the computer for hours and nothing will happen. And I'm trying my best to not have to like stop working. So I'm really trying to power through this as best as I can. But yeah, so Easter's coming up. First thing that popped in my head, I drew a blank. Easter's coming up. I don't know when it's coming up. Easter's always a surprise. I usually know about Easter about the week before it happens. Now, I don't celebrate Easter the way that... How do I describe it? I celebrate it the way that a lot of people celebrate it, but I don't celebrate it for the same thing that people celebrate it for. I'm not, I'm a Wiccan, so I don't celebrate it as like the Christian holiday or whatever. It's a spring holiday for me. Pretty much, like that's just what Easter is for me. So basically I just, we spend the day like so the day before dyeing Easter eggs, and then the next day we go and hunt for them, and basically like the shit kids do. That's what I do every year. I have no intention of stopping that tradition. I have such little joy in my life. I'd like to hang on to as much of it as I can, and if that means hunting down Easter eggs on Easter morning, then that's what that means for me. But But yeah, so it's not so much about like the finding the Easter eggs. I mean, that's like a fun perk. That's something to do on Easter, but it's like the dying the Easter eggs is the fun part for me. So like even in the future when I like when I don't like do the Easter egg hunt shit anymore, I'll always dye the Easter eggs. You know, because that's like fun for me, and I don't know what anyone else does on the holiday. Especially my age. I doubt that anyone else really my age probably does that. I don't know. A lot of people are like, it's time to grow up when you get to like 18, and I'm over here like, no. It's like I've seen the adult life, and dude, it sucks. So, I got Peter Pan syndrome, I guess that's what they call it, right? You just refuse to grow up. That's me. Hashtag relate. Peter Pan. I'm pretty much just rambling because my brain's getting foggy, and I know it's getting foggy. I don't know what to talk about because I don't have anything specific to talk about. And yeah, literally the only thing I could think about to talk about was Easter. Wow. Fucking Easter. I have no idea how long I've been doing this. Okay, so it's been like approximately 30 minutes. So that means that I can wrap this shit up. I can be done with it for the day. Well, done recording the video, I guess. I'm not done with this for the day. I'm gonna try and finish this today, but I'm just not gonna record anymore, talk to you, or bore you anymore. Whatever it is that you think I'm doing, I'm not gonna be doing that. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you had a fun time hanging out with me and listening to me ramble. I guarantee I don't remember half of the things that I talked to you about. Links to my social media shop are in the description box below. You can check all of that stuff out. Also, you can check out my Kickstarter. By the time this goes up, there will still be a couple days left to back the project. So you can check that out. The duckies are offered at a discounted price right now. They will not be that price forever. So if you want to help me fund the enamel pin stretch goal and also get yourself a Dakimakura, now would be the time to do that, because you can get it at a discounted rate and help me out at the same time. Otherwise, if you want it later, you're just going to be paying full price. It's not a big deal. But if you want one now at the discounted price, if you want to pre-order one, now is the time, because they are going to be coming. I will be making them. You know, that's been funded. So you guys can get your hands on that right now if you just follow the link that's in the description box below. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, whatever the cool kids are doing now. If you'd like to be updated every time I post a new video, be sure to ring that bell. YouTube is weird and they don't always like to notify people when new videos go up. So if you're worried about missing any of my content, or you want to just stay up to date with all of the cool things going on in my life, you can go ahead and ring the bell and you will get a notification when I post new videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!